So why call the election now? I mean, I know the economy is going okay. We had those improving inflation numbers, but the polls are not in the Tories' favour.
Well, the polls haven't been in the Tories' favour for some years now, and particularly since 2022, when Boris Johnson was forced to resign and we had Liz Truss as Prime Minister for 45 days, and that was seen as an economic disaster by many people. So the hope was that things might improve for the Conservatives under Rishi Sunak, but I think that on the back of some encouraging economic news yesterday, he decided that things weren't going to get very much better than they were right now. And if he goes now, he can catch some of his opponents offside. Not so much Labour, who've been planning for this for a while, but the far radical right Reform Party, which are actually some of the Conservatives' main rivals and may take votes and hence seats away from them. So he's doing what Prime Ministers can do. They've got it in their gift to call elections at times that people aren't expecting, and so he's going now.
Tell me about the individual leaders' popularity, because from what I've read, satisfaction with both Rishi Sunak and Sir Keir Starmer remains pretty low.
That's right. Since Boris Johnson was ousted, trust in politics, which was already low, got even lower. Rishi Sunak has not been able to kind of turn those popularity figures around, but neither has Keir Starmer. So one of the things that, one of the strong sentiments that there is in the United Kingdom at the moment is that it's time for a change, but there's hardly any enthusiasm such as we saw when Tony Blair got in back in 1997 for Keir Starmer and the Labour Party, who have been presenting a deliberately small target, which also means that there's not so much of a positive message for Labour to portray other than it's time to get the Conservatives out. So trust in politics and especially leaders is pretty low.
Tell me a little bit about what we're going to see now. I mean, there's 650 constituents, a lot of door knocking between now and the 4th.
Yeah, and this is going to land in particular areas, and this is about the political geography of the UK. So Boris Johnson scored an incredible victory in 2019 with the Get Brexit Done election, a lot of which rested on, if you like, former Labour voters in the North and Midlands of England who switched their vote to Conservatives because they were so frustrated with the Labour Party over Brexit. Now, it was never clear, was that a kind of a tectonic shift in politics, or was it a one-off lone vote, if you like? And it looks from the polling that those voters might be switching back to Labour. So that's one area of Conservative vulnerability. The other is in southern England, so-called blue wall seats, in which moderate Conservatives, those who voted to remain in the EU referendum 8 years ago, are kind of put off by the culture wars politics that the Conservative Party has been engaging in to keep socially conservative voters on side, and may switch to the Liberal Democrats. It's also the case that in Scotland, the pro-independent Scottish National Party has collapsed, if you like, or support for it has collapsed whilst it's in government, and Labour are hoping to pick up votes there. And Labour has not won a vote without winning in Scotland since 2001. So the political geography is interesting. And as you say, supporters, activists, they'll all be out on the streets, leafleting, door knocking, as well as the social media and broadcast media campaigns that we'll see.
And just finally, Ben, this obviously falls right smack bang in the middle of the UEFA Championships. Is Rishi Sunak hoping to maybe piggyback on some national enthusiasm and hype around that event?
It depends how England and Scotland go, especially England. You expect to see some politicians in football shirts.
Yeah, OK, that and kissing babies. All right, Ben Wellings, thank you so much.
Thank you.